Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about weapon systems in the global defense community right now. The face of modern warfare has completely changed. The skies above the battlefield aren't just dominated by stealth fighters or multi-million-dollar attack helicopters anymore. Now, they're being swarmed by small drones, FPVs, and cheap kamikaze drones that can cause critical damage to infrastructure and $100 million main battle tanks. The huge question giving every military a massive headache is, how do we deal with these deadly swarms? Firing a multi-million-dollar anti-aircraft missile to intercept a $100 drone is a quick way to bankrupt a defense budget. And that is exactly where the new generation of anti-aircraft gun technology has to step in and reclaim its throne. Which brings us to the star of our show today, the ultimate drone hunter from Türkiye, the ASELSAN KORKUT. When you talk about short-range air defense, or SHORAD, a lot of people picture old-school anti-aircraft guns. You know, the ones where a soldier sits there, aims through iron sights, and sprays a stream of bullets into the sky, hoping luck is on their side and they hit the target. But that method is totally obsolete. It's almost impossible to stop modern drones that fly fast, hug the ground, and constantly change direction to evade. The only way to solve this equation is by combining the sheer firepower and massive rate of fire of heavy machine guns with an ultra-advanced artificial brain. ASELSAN, the Turkish defense electronics giant, has completely cracked this code and birthed the Korkut system. It's a self-propelled anti-aircraft gun, or SPAG, designed from the ground up specifically to throw an iron umbrella over frontline units and critical bases. What makes the Korkut system so intimidating and a true game-changer isn't just the gun itself. The real heart of this beast is hiding inside the ammunition magazine. The system uses twin 35mm Oerlikon KDC-02 cannons, built under license by Türkiye. It can spit out rounds at a blistering 1,100 rounds per minute. But the real wow factor, the thing that separates it from old-school guns, is the smart ammunition called ATOM. The ATOM round is Airburst ammunition, and how it works is totally futuristic. In the fraction of a second the round leaves the muzzle, sensors at the end of the barrel precisely measure the velocity of each individual shell. Then it feeds an electronic countdown timer into an electronic chip at the base of the round by round, down to the millisecond. This means the ATOM round launches into the sky and detonates at the exact distance the computer calculated. The explosion blasts a massive amount of high-density tungsten pellets forward, like a wall of buckshot, creating a cloud of shrapnel that shreds drones or even cruise missiles to pieces mid-air, instantly. This makes the Korkut incredibly effective at destroying small targets, using just short bursts of a few rounds, which saves ammunition way more efficiently than older systems. Another massive strength we can't ignore is its mobility and battlefield adaptability. In its first version, the Korkut was mounted on an ACV-30 tracked armored vehicle, so it could trudge through the mud right alongside main battle tanks, providing air cover for armored columns. But the modern world demands more flexibility. ASELSAN didn't stop there. They developed a version mounted on an 8x8 wheeled armored vehicle, and recently, in 2026, they rolled out a version on a 6x6 tactical truck, the Korkut 100-35SB. This means it can hit high speeds on highways, rapidly shifting forces across cities and swapping defensive positions fast. It's the perfect answer to highly mobile warfare tactics and defending strategic points. But the cool factor doesn't end there. What elevates the Korkut from a regular anti-aircraft gun into the ultimate hunter system is its network, or network-centric warfare. A Korkut firing vehicle isn't designed to fight alone. In a single air defense battery, they work together as a seamless team. Normally, this consists of 3 firing units, passing data through highly encrypted wireless data links, all connected to one command and control vehicle. This command vehicle is the brain of the battery. It's equipped with a powerful 3D X-band search radar that can sweep and detect targets up to 70 kilometers away. This radar constantly scans for threats, filters targets using an IFS system to figure out if they're friend or foe, and automatically sends the target's location data to all 3 firing vehicles. When a target blunders into the effective firing range of 4 kilometers, the fire control radar, combined with optical sensors on the turret of each firing vehicle, takes the baton from the command vehicle and locks onto the target like a pit bull. From there, the fire control computer calculates the trajectory, target speed, wind speed, and all environmental variables. The soldiers inside only have to monitor the screens and confirm the shot. This almost 100% automated workflow massively reduces the stress on the crew, and crucially, it can switch targets incredibly fast to counter swarm attacks effectively. Now, if we pit this newcomer Korkut against a living legend, the German flak panzer Gepard, which has recently reclaimed its glory and proven itself in real combat by swatting older kamikaze drones out of the sky like flies, who comes out on top today? The Gepard is an incredible system and set a very high bar. It uses twin 35mm cannons and has the exact same rate of fire at 1,100 rounds per minute. But the glaring difference lies in the radar sensor tech and the ammo. The original Gepard search radar is mounted right on the firing vehicle, giving it a range of about 15 kilometers. Meanwhile, the Korkut's networked system has a separate command vehicle that can see all the way out to 70 kilometers. Plus, the main ammunition the Gepard uses is mostly armor-piercing discarding sabot or traditional high-explosive incendiary rounds, which rely on a direct hit to destroy the target. Even when it uses some Airburst ammo, it isn't as advanced or calculated round by round with the precision of the Korkut's ATOM system. To give you a clear picture of the specs, destructive power, and importantly, the budget blow by blow, I've put together a comparison table for you all to check out. Looking at the table, we can see a very clear difference in design philosophy. The Gepard's 15-kilometer radar was plenty and actually excellent for defending against attack helicopters during the Cold War. But today, with small drones flying low to the ground to evade radar, the Korkut battery, having a command vehicle carrying a powerful 70-kilometer radar, gives the unit commander what's called situational awareness. They see a broader picture of the airspace and can prioritize and engage targets much earlier. As for the ammo, the Korkut can fire atom rounds in short bursts ahead of the target, which gives a much higher probability of destroying small targets. It's also way more resource efficient than the Gepard's method of spraying massive amounts of rounds in a straight line. Now for the big one, the price. You can see a complete Korkut battery with 3 firing vehicles and 1 command vehicle costs over $35 million. Compared to used Gepards that the US previously bought from Jordan for an average of around $1.5 to $2 million each, the numbers look hugely different, right? But this is comparing a brand new, straight-out-of-the-box system packed with high-end tech, sensors, AI processing computers, and data link networking against second-hand gear that needs maintenance. Having a modern system that uses fewer rounds per target, requires less manpower, and defends bases against drone swarms more reliably is a massive, worthwhile long-term investment for a military needing to modernize and keep pace with the threat. Let's catch up on the latest moves in 2026. This project hasn't stopped in Türkiye. Recently, ASELSAN snagged a massive $900 million contract to integrate the Korkut system into the Steel Dome project, which is Türkiye's national multi-layered air defense project, which has a similar concept to Israel's Iron Dome. Another big win is the export market. Iraq just signed a contract to buy the Korkut to operate alongside South Korea's MSAM-2 missiles. This perfectly illustrates multi-layered air defense, giving the Korkut the job of being the final iron fortress to sweep up any drones that slip through. Also, at the DSEI Defense Exhibition, ASELSAN unveiled a new little brother to the system called the Korkut 125SB. This system downsizes the gun to 25mm to be more compact, lightweight, and budget-friendly. It can be mounted on smaller 4x4 wheeled armored vehicles like the Ejder Yalçın. This system just showed off its chops by test firing and destroying tiny FPV drones, which are the absolute highest threat right now, earlier in 2026. This reinforces that the Turkish defense industry is dead serious about plugging the holes against cheap kamikaze drone attacks in this era. So, that is the story of the ASELSAN KORKUT, an anti-aircraft gun system that is raising the standard for handling aerial threats in the 21st century. It's a technological leap from aiming by eye in the analog age straight into the fully digital era of calculated airburst ammunition. It truly makes it one of the most effective and advanced close-range guardians of the sky today. What do you guys think about the Korkut's technology? Do you think high-speed machine gun systems paired with smart ammo like this can permanently replace expensive missile systems for dealing with drone swarms in the long run? Or do militaries worldwide still need to rush the development of directed energy weapons like lasers to act as a parallel main force? Drop a comment and let's discuss your views down below. If you enjoy deep dive analysis into weapon tech like this, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe to the channel. For today, I'm out. I'll see you in the next video.